What's going on, everyone? So update time. Today I am working on the first stages of doing like a battery relocation for the mini truck. I went ahead and I purchased this toolbox by UWS. I'll go ahead and leave the links in the bottom. But I wanted a toolbox that was below the bed line, where from the side, just from the side, you couldn't see it, so it's lower than that. And I don't know, I just wanted a smaller toolbox. I didn't want one that the ones that up here that kind of stick over the edge. So I went ahead and I bought this guy, like I said, by UWS. I'll leave a link in the bottom. And I'm going to use this as a battery box in the end. So I'm going to go ahead and move the battery from the under the hood into the trunk and upgrade everything. So this is the first, stage. I'm not a big fan of chrome toolboxes. So what I'm going to do is, right now I'm using this product by 415. It's metal prep. I think it works for aluminum too. I already sprayed it down. I'm going to let it etch it and see how well that works. I might still sand it afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and sand it probably after that sits for a while. And then I'm going to go ahead and Raptor line it. So stay tuned. I don't know how far I'll get through today, but I went ahead and already drilled some holes into the bed. So I'm going back now. I did kind of mock up the battery, and it fits pretty good. I still gotta mock some things up to see how well I'm gonna do things. But yeah, so let me go ahead and keep spraying it down with that metal prep, sand it afterwards, prime it, and then spray it. Okay, so for the most part, I'm kind of done sanding it. I ended up bringing out my orbital sander just because it was taking forever and the sun's starting to set. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to Raptor line today, but I should for sure have enough time to primer it. I'm just gonna go ahead and just do flat black on the bottom there, just because I don't have. I'm lazy. I don't feel like Raptor lining the bottom of it too and mixing it up, and I don't want to do the ratio and whatnot. So yeah, let me go ahead and get started primering it. So I just did the last coat of epoxy primer on everything except the top. I did a little bit of the edges, but yeah, I don't know if anybody caught that, but I kind of forgot to degrease it. I have the wax and grease remover. I've always used it before I paint stuff, and I forgot this time. So I don't see any fish eyes or anything, so it looks like it's all right. For the bottom, I went to AutoZone and they didn't have just regular flat black paint, so I got this for roll bars. It's like sanding, so I just want something black for the bottom so that it doesn't reflect or something. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the bottom, let it dry, flip it over, and see if I have enough time today to actually spray with the bed liner. Okay, everyone, so it's starting to get kind of dark. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and sand it though. So I have this stuff, Raptor liner, same stuff I use for the truck, the bed. I'm going to use this to spray the box. I don't know how well it's gonna hold up. When I flipped it over, I wiped down the top of it, and it was a little. It was dirty. So I forgot to do that to all the boxes except the actual very top of it. So only time will tell. I don't see any fish eyes or whatever those are called, or anything weird going on with the primer. And I did use soft etching primer. I used that U-Pull or the 415, that etch, and sandpaper. So I think I got a lot of stuff that would have been on there off. And then the box is brand new, so hopefully it's good. If not, I guess I'll just a video on how to fix bed liner or something. But anyways, yeah. So let me go ahead and just wait for the very top of it to finish drying, and I'll start spraying this, and hopefully it doesn't get pitch black out here. And yeah, so stay tuned. What is up, everyone? So today's August 30th. It's probably been 2 weeks since my last clip. I think the last clip was me just shooting the actual bed liner, and it was getting dark and it kind of sucked. But yeah, here's what it looks like. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a rare Jdm Nismo toolbox before. But yeah, 100% legit. So what I did was I drilled out like the, what was it, UWS, their little logo thing. Just drill out the 4 rivets. I did some new riv nuts, flipped their plaque over, painted it black, and just put that sticker over it. So I mean, it looks different, looks cool. Other than that, I didn't have any issues that I've seen so far with like not prepping it, forgetting to prep it. I've just writing it down. I mean, like I said, it's been like 2 weeks and it's sold out decent. I mean, only time will tell, but so far I'm really happy with it. My only gripe with it is like weekend I locked it and it was fine. When I tried to unlock it, the key snapped. So their lock sucked. It's pretty easy to quote unquote break into it. So that kind of sucks too. I ended up going with something like this. This is by Schlage. I don't know, it's one of their lock things. So again, I did 3 riv nuts and then 3 bolts. Same thing down here. And this guy just kind of does that. And just a regular bolt. So I got one for the other side too, just hasn't got it here in the mail yet. So now one on each side, I'm gonna take them off and paint them black, so that they don't stick out as much. But yeah, other than that, everything else is great. Bed looks nice. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I was really picky with it being like low, so kind of like you can't see it from far away. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. Other than that, I think this is gonna be it for like part 1 of like the battery relocation, even though I didn't really do anything for the battery. Here's my plans though. So I bought this on Amazon for the Group Size 35 Optima that I have just laying around. So I'm gonna mount that there. I have that 300 amp inline fuse that I'm gonna use for the positive cable. The ground probably coming out of the other side, I don't know yet. But yeah, so that's gonna be the new battery. Right now there's an Odyssey like Group Size 51 with 220 cranking amps. So I mean that's kind of, you know, wimpy. So hopefully this helps a little bit. I got this 0 gauge or double 0 gauge, I think is what it is. 1/0 gauge from New Concepts. That's KNU Concepts, I think with the K2. Yeah, so KNUKONCEPTZ.com. It's really nice stuff. I mean, as you can see, it's like really flexible and I mean, really thick stuff. So I'm hoping that kind of helps. I got some ground cable too. And I got this new fuse box that I'm going to go ahead and move over. That way I get rid of those glass fuses and move over to like the newer, I think those are ATC gauges. And then finally got this distribution block from them too, with like inline fuses. So I'm going to have the power wire coming from the bed to the front. And from here I'll have 2 wires going to the alternator and the starter with their own fuse. That was a little bit more, I don't want to say safer, but like it's easier to diagnose if something goes wrong. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Oh, and last thing before I forget, I got the new rings and I actually did mount the wire mesh and the eyelids on both sides, and honestly I'm really happy with how that looks. Highly recommend it. Again, super inexpensive and it looks amazing. Alright, thanks for watching.